What's up YouTube, PokePrimer here, primed and ready to deliver you our Week 2 team builder here for the NDL here on the channel. This week we are taking on the New England Pidgeots, which is going to be quite the test for us. They have a very nasty team led by a double Tapu combo of Tapu Lele and Tapu Bulu, with Mandibuzz, Blissey, Registeel, Blastoise, Medicham, Electivire, Tornadus Therian, Dugtrio, Entei, Alolan Persian, and Mega Alakazam. So, a couple things to note. Megazam plus Lele is disgusting, because Megazam plus Psychic Terrain is disgusting. That's busted as shit. No. Stop it. Double Tapus allows him for constant terrain control against other people with Tapus, which is going to be really, really nasty to deal with for those people. He's got really good hazard control with Blastoise and Mandibuzz. He's got really, really good hazard setters in Blissey, Registeel, Dougie as well. He's got Dougie for trapping, which is really annoying. Some really potent wall breakers, really just solidly built team, really hard to break through. So this is going to be quite the test this week. And that test starts with Kakashi, our Protean Greninja, with Life Orb, because why not? Enough speed here to outpace his Tornadus T. I need to make sure that I can outspeed that so I can potentially one-shot it with an Ice Beam. The offensive stats are just all over the place because I wanted a decent amount in attack so that I can do a decent amount with Shadow Sneak. To the Megazam, I wanted to make sure that it was guaranteed a 2 KO, as well as having it up to a certain par for certain things. As well as, I kind of just balanced it out appropriately, kind of as much as I needed it to, in my opinion. Yeah, we have Water Shuriken and Shadow Sneak, 2 priority moves. I know with Tapu Lele it's dumb, but Tapu Lele we can take out with a Gunk Shot, no problem. Gunk Shot will just one-shot it outright, so it's not too big of a deal. But we have the Shadow Sneak, so we can take care of the Megazam. We have the Water Shuriken, because that will allow us to 1v1 and beat the Dougie with this thing. Dougie cannot beat this, which is good. This allows us to also do massive damage to the Entei as well. Gunk Shots for the Lele, of course, also the Bulu, obviously. And it'll just hit anything on the team neutrally besides the Registeel. And Ice Beam is good for the Mandibuzz, as well as taking out the Tornadus. So, like, overall, this is a really good Pokemon against him. It definitely will do some damage for sure. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Next Mon I'm bringing, obviously I have to, because he does have those dual Tapus, and I need something that can take hits from both sides. We have Gajiel, the Mega Aggron here. Max HP, 16 in defense with the Impish Nature, bringing us up to like 550 defense, which is beautiful. And then everything else goes into Spadef. All that Spadef is what allows me to take on Tapu Lele beautifully, allows me to take on Megazam as best as I can. While the defense allows me to basically just straight up beat Dougie 100% of the time, as well as being able to handle myself against Tapu Bulu, against Registeel, against a lot of different things on his team. Allows me to really 1v1 some things that I shouldn't be able to 1v1. We have the Stealth Rocks. I want to get the rocks up whenever I can, and try to keep them up as long as I can in the matchup. Hopefully I will be able to do that, because rocks will be essential for this match. I need to get as much chip as I can as possible. So there's that. I have the Heavy Slam because it will do massive damage to the Tapus and just an overall good stab move to have for him because he's one of the heaviest Pokemon in the game, so not many things take minimal damage from it. I decided to run Seismic Toss instead of just throwing on like Earthquake or something because overall I feel like Seismic Toss will just do better against things like Registeel and stuff like that. Like it's just nice, good fixed damage to just constantly be able to do, even if something tries to set up on me. I have fixed damage that will just consistently rack up on it. And then we have the Rest. Rest is our way of, if late game we're getting a little bit worn down, we can just click Rest and heal ourselves up, and we'll be good to go. And we're bulky enough that we can survive 2 turns. We can survive the 2 rest turns, no problem. And we'll make it work. But yeah, that's our Gajiel. Next up we have You Even Lift, the Conkeldurr, Assault Vest, Guts Conkeldurr. Max HP, 172 Spadef, and 84 in speed. That 84 in speed allows us to outspeed Blissey, which is really cool, because if we can outspeed Blissey and just take it out, that's great. It's a huge wall that I don't want sitting around on the field any longer than it has to. I threw the rest into Spadef along with the Assault Vest because I wanted this thing to be able to take as much of punishment as I can, give it as best a chance as it can to live against certain Pokemon. Of course, I made it an Adamant Nature, though, because I wanted to get a little bit of a boost to its attack. It doesn't need it that much, in all honesty. It doesn't really need it. So we have Poison Jab, Drain Punch, Knock Off, and Mach Punch. Good overall coverage for his team. Poison Jab is for the Tapus, mainly, so that's taken care of. Drain Punch is just good overall stab. Hits a lot of things. Will nuke the Registeel and Blissey defensive core, which is really, really good. Also does a decent amount to Mandibuzz as well. Mach Punch is just for the priority of it. It does a decent amount to a lot of things on the team. And then Knock Off will be good for just overall just getting rid of items and such. And it will be good for the rest of the team in the long run. So we have that. Now we have Get Cooked, the mostly physically defensive Rotom Heat. I didn't really put too much thought into the defensive investments. I just knew I needed more Phys Def so they could handle Tapu Bulu better. This thing also is an immediate switch into Registeel every single time. This thing also just immediately comes in on Electivire. It immediately comes in on... this thing handles Dougie nicely. This thing handles Entei really well. Overall, it's a good mon to just bring in on a lot of his team. Volt Switch, Overheat, Pain Split, Toxic. Pain Split is just good to get our HP back. Toxic will be good for wearing a lot of things down. Nothing that wants to really come onto this thing wants a Toxic on it, so it's really, really good to have. And then Overheat is good for nuking, as Volt Switch is good for momentum. So, with that, we have our Rotom. Great. Next up, we have Ripster the Garchomp. I need to go Choice Scarf Chomp this week because we needed to. I need to outspeed the Lele. I need to make sure I can handle Scarf Lele, which is why I had the Poison Jab on here. Also for the Bulu. I also need something that can outspeed Megazam. That's why I have Earthquake / Shadow Claw. I just kind of threw Shadow Claw because I needed something else to fill the slot, and I didn't have anything else that made sense. Stone Edge is there for the Torn and the Mandibuzz, as well as, yeah, that's about it. It's simple. And that's just enough speed to outspeed Lele, and then max attack, and then rest goes into HP. Very standard Garchomp set, but it definitely was necessary this week. Last, we have R.I.P. Robin. Rest in peace, my man. Tailwind, U-turn, Sludge Wave, Superpower with the Fightinium Z. Max attack, enough speed to outspeed Lele. again. Tailwind could be really useful in this match if I can get it to work. If I can get it off, it'd be really great. Also, the Z move could be really useful as well to break through things like Registeel and Alolan Persian very easily. I can just pop the Z move and do a lot of work with that. The Tailwind is even more crucial because if I get the Tailwind off, some of my Mons, like Kakashi especially, can just outspeed the entirety of his team for a while and just nuke everything without really having to worry about its priority, which is great. Sludge Wave will just handle the Tapus, and U-Turn allows us to keep the momentum up. Since we're max attack, it's going to do a lot of damage. This Tornadus hits hard. Hopefully this set works. I really like it. I like that the fact that it's open Z moves, so I can really toy around with a lot of different Mons on my team as Z move users. So hopefully this set works, fingers crossed. But we're going to get into the battle right meow. Alright guys, we have our Week 2 matchup here against the New England Pidgeots. He brought his Medicham, Blissey, Blastoise, the Alolan Persian, the Megazam, which is pre-mega but doesn't really matter because he gets the speed, the stat boost anyway, and the Tapu Lele. So we have a good plan as to how to deal with a lot of these Mons, so I'm not too worried about. So yeah, we're gonna go for it. I lead here with my Rotom Heat, as he leads with his Persian, so which is fine with me. He's just gonna immediately swap out and go into his Blissey. As I just fire off a Toxic, I figure it's my best possible bet to do. And I just Pain Split because it is going to weaken him down a significant amount. Because he's got such high HP. I'm going to Volt Switch. So he's going to just Wish Up. And I'm going to be able to get my Conk in for free. I do just click Knock Off. So I'm going to get rid of the Chesto Berry on this Blastoise. So Resto Chesto Blastoise, kind of interesting set. Oh, I gotta back up a little bit. I do just Drain Punch on the Blastoise. I just kind of want to scout it out. It is a physically defensive Blastoise, clearly. So he's just going to Dragon Tail, which is fine. There's like no damage to me at all. And I'm just going to get sent out into my Garchomp, which is great. I'm going to double out because I don't want to get hit by an Ice Beam if he has it. I'm going to go into my Aggron as he's going to go into his Persian. I'm going to Mega Evolve and he's going to actually hit a goddamn Hypnosis. Hits a fucking Hypnosis. I have to switch. And he's just going to Parting Shot. That's fine. So he's going to Parting Shot, go out into his Lele, and I'm going to swap right back into my Aggron. It's going to get wasted here because he goes for the Moonblast and then goes for the all-out Pummeling, and that's going to be able to take me out, and that really fucking sucks. It's really bad. Really bad situation for me. He goes out into his Blissey, which does not appreciate a Gunk Shot at all. Gets poisoned too, which is really hilarious. And then at this range, I don't really have to risk anything. He's going to go for the Protect. I just go for my Ice Beam. And I'm just going to go for Ice Beam again and kill it. It's fine. So he's going to go into the Megazam, which is going to trace the Protean, which is fine. He's going to hit my Rotom with a Psychic, and I'm going to hit his Alakazam with an Overheat. Get some chip on it. It's about in Shadow Sneak range at this point, which is good. So he's going to Psychic again now that he's Calm-Minded, and then it's going to kill me. which is fine. Rotom is done his job. So he goes out into his Persian, takes this Earthquake, and yummy, yummy, delicious. Earthquake again, and bada bing, he doesn't die. And again, he hits another Hypnosis. How? How do you hit 2 Hypnosises in the same match? It's 55% accurate. So I'm really pissed that he hit 2 fucking Hypnosises in the same match. So I'm going to sleep that turn. He goes for Dream Eater, which is really dumb. I'm going to go for... I wake up here, I get the Earthquake off, and I'm able to kill the Persian, which is great. He goes into his Medicham, and he thinks it's GG at this point, because he's dumb. He doesn't pay attention. This is a bad situation because I did switch. My better switch here would have been Conk. I assumed he was probably scarfed in some way. My better switch here was either Greninja or Conk to handle a scarfed fucking Medicham. I switched in my Thundurus, just not thinking at all. Or Tornadus, not thinking at all. And I just lose my Tornadus, which is huge because Tailwind could have saved us this game. It's going to spiral out of control from here. I'm going to Greninja here. I go for the Shadow Sneak. It does well over half. The Ice Punch is going to almost kill me. It was a roll. And Life Orb is going to kill me here with the Shadow Sneak. Shadow Sneak. Now I go into my Kelder. And now with the terrain up, he was modest. So if he was timid, it would have... The crit would have mattered. If it was modest, it didn't matter as much. It was a massive percent chance because like it was 88 min. And then I just go into my Garchomp, I click Earthquake, and he's going to be able to click Moonblast and kill me. And that is going to be game. We lose 3-0 to the New England Pidgeots. Not too bad. We're evened out on differential at least, I guess. We'll try to bounce back from this in future weeks. It was still a good match. I feel like the misplay with Tornadus was big. There was a couple scenarios where this could have gone better for me. But, you know, it happens. I'm not too worried about it. We're just going to move on from here and continue to kick ass. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like down below, subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I'm PokePrimer, signing off. Peace.